If you want to see me swatch the Lancôme Blockbuster palette for 2022, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time here, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. I am going to do a swatch fest today. This is a very reflective palette. This is the palette that came with the Blockbuster kit from Lancome for 2022. It is a very similar design to the one from 2021. The big difference is that the top last year was plastic, but black plastic, and this one is gold plastic, which is nice. You can tell them apart, which is a good thing. And the structure of it is exactly the same. So let me just open that up. So there's a clasp here on this side, and you'll see a very full size mirror, and you will see 12 eyeshadows. And the construction is very much the same as last year, where it is actually two sets of 6 shadows that are, you'll see kind of a divider in the middle there, that I guess they glue it down side by side, which is fine. It's just something to note. And then there's also a drawer with 4 products in it as well, the iconic products that are usually included in Lancome sets. So it's very reminiscent of last year. For example, last year these 4 are exactly the same. The shadows are different though. Last year there was an emerald green and there was a kind of fuchsia, deep fuchsia pink color that was that were kind of the key colors for bold looks. And this year the bold looks, I guess, is really having the 2 very deep eyeshadows to help with creating looks. And I actually took advantage this morning of using one of these deeper shadows. I used the brown to deepen my outer lid, outer crease, and outer lower lid. And I really find that it helps the gold kind of shine because there's a deeper base. So I'm very happy that they added some deeper shadows. And I do stress though that if you are using this palette, don't ignore the face products for use around the eye. It's not a big deal. Powder is powder, and it just adds a whole lot to the versatility of this product. But overall, 16 products is really nice, and it just doesn't feel super cheap. It feels like a high-end brand offering, which I really appreciate. So I'm going to actually use this palette and for multiple looks. So this is look number 2 that I've done with this palette. There has been a previous one, which is kind of a pink color, and you'll see from now on, you'll see this video is look 2, and you'll see 3 and 4 and so on. So if you want some inspiration, I will hopefully be able to deliver that. I'm getting into the palette and I am getting into it to swatch it. So I intend to swatch the palette, swatch the eyeshadow palette, swatch the cheek products, and also go into whatever else was included in the kit. So I'm going to swatch everything. So I'm going to start with the palette because it just feels like the right thing to do, and we'll go from there. I'm going to do sets of 3 because it's 12 shadows total, and I think that makes sense. So I'm going to just do the swatches, double swatch as I usually do, and we will see how they show up on the arm. I am really partial to that 3rd color, by the way. That was what I did use for my first look, and I really enjoyed the color. Now the first color, the first shadow is really pale. It's just a beige, so it's probably not going to show up a whole lot, but we're going to swatch it anyway. So this is the second pass on this one. And then that kind of shimmery peach, and that beautiful mauve that I love so much. That shadow, it was a one and done look. It was so, so pretty. So fingers, and you've seen the double swatch. I'm going to wipe my fingers and we'll get to the next three. Okay, the next three include those deeper colors, so we'll see how that works. Oh, they're so beautiful. So here are the next three, and we'll get to swatching. The Royal Wheat. Oh gosh, I should have used this one along with the mauve in that first look. They look like they are just made for each other. And here's the brown. So you can see just how much pigmentation that brown has. Look at that. Right? One dip in, and then the black. And the black is reasonable. It doesn't go to gray. It actually does look like a black. So they are very, very nicely pigmented. That is nice. Usually these palettes are kind of sheepish. They don't go for a lot of pigmentation to just make it super usable for everyone. But to add those two this year is just such a nice addition to the Lancôme set. I'm really happy. Look at the build on that black. And it really was for the brown in this look. It was effortless to get some color payoff from the brush, and that was just so nice to see. And usually in these sets, the pigmentation is lackluster no matter which brand. Just they're trying to make it approachable, right? Well, this is just great. These first six are lovely, absolutely lovely. I'm jazzed, absolutely jazzed. Okay, so now we have done the one top row, and I'm going into the bottom row, and they are a lot lighter, so I'm not expecting to see a huge amount of payoff, but I could be wrong. I'm happy to be delightfully surprised. And I'm swatching one of the colors that is on my eyes today, the one in the middle there, that's the gold. And so these should be nice. Oh, nice beige, peachy beige. And that is the one on my eyes. So this one and this one make the majority of the look I have on today. And then we have a nice light taupey brown. And I will go in and re-swatch. Okay, so here are the swatches. Kind of on the peach side, goldy peach, and a nice kind of taupey brown. Okay, right, not a bad color story. Not a bad color story at all. I'm happy. I'm really happy. And the problem is that when you look at a palette that's relatively neutral, muted colors, you don't know if you're actually going to get the level of pigmentation of that color, or if it's just going to kind of let you down. And I'm happy to say it does not look like it's letting us down, so it's really nice. And the last three are quite shimmery, and I think that brown is going to look good. Yes! Oh, good. Okay, this is one of the most exciting holiday set palettes that I've seen in a while from the Blockbuster brands. So I'm really happy about that. And this one is translucent. It looks like it's meant to be, so that's all right. And then look at the, okay, my next look is definitely with this one, and it's going to be a one and done. It is kind of a midnight brown. And it has a little bit of sparkle to it, and I did not realize, yeah, that this is a smoky eye one and done shadow for sure. You can be sure I will do a look with that one. It's gorgeous. They went with some deeper shadows, and I'm so grateful. And also, if you have a deeper complexion, you can deal with this one. This is a set that's going to work for you. That's fantastic. Some years it's just that the colors are so light that they would look chalky on someone with a deeper complexion. Oh God, this This is my favorite. This is my favorite of all the shadows, and I never ever would have thought that. And isn't it my luck? It's the biggest swatch. Oh my gosh, I want this on my eyes right now. Seriously. Wow. And just a reminder, this one and this one is what I'm wearing right now for the most part. And I enjoyed creating that look. Really pleased. So what can I say about this? There are some natural pairings in here. Definitely some natural pairings. You can see these two are a match made in heaven. This one, and this one would be a no-brainer. It's nice to have some peach in it to use. That's quite nice. And I haven't swatched the other four colors yet, which I can probably fit on the end here. So let me do that before I continue my commentary. And for the cheek products, I'm realizing I've put one of them on here, but I don't have the room. So I'll put the 4 products on my other forearm, and then we can superimpose and take a look at the whole thing. Okay, so here are the 3 of the 4 products. I don't like to use my pinky because it's not a great swatching finger. Okay, so here is the deeper pink that I would have no trouble using as an eyeshadow just as is. Doesn't matter that it's a face product, just double swatching. Okay, that is beautiful. Now let's go to the next one, which is the peachy version of the blush. I'm definitely going to go in a second time on that one. Here we go. Oh yeah, that builds up beautifully. Okay. I expected so, but you know, you never know. So that's the second swatch, and let's go for the other 2. Okay, so we've got the third, just checking, yep, the third one, which is kind of a highlighter blush hybrid. It's a duochrome peach and pink. And then we have the bronzer on the pinky, and it is holding its own, folks. It is holding its own. So as you can see, I could definitely use these as eyeshadow. Anybody could. And I'm just going to go and I think the second one needs a little bit of love. But yeah, I think that is reasonable. So let's take a look at all of them together. And this is a duplicate, by the way, just to emphasize. I see everything working well with everything else pretty much. There are a few more cool toned colors, but nothing that would really prevent us from mixing and matching at will. And the 4 face products really, really look like they have some cousins in the eyeshadows. So it is a very user-friendly palette, and that is always nice, especially if you're going to gift it and you're not sure of how someone uses eyeshadows. They're actually pretty decent quality, and I'm very happy about that, because Blockbuster sets, you never know if you're getting trash or good stuff. And I would say, not having done a wear test yet, this is, I guess, is going to be a test for me today. Without having done a wear test, I'm not sure. I will know the more looks I do with this palette, but I am not disappointed. I think that it is a very decent offering for this year. Very, very decent, and I'm probably going to have this palette as a go-to. It's super, super easy to do some looks, and I'm happy to do more for you. And if you have some specific requests for certain colors, let me know. Let me know. I'm going to do a bunch of looks. You might as well wait in and tell me what it is that you want. I can tell you that the next one I'm going to do is this one. I need to play with this color. It's a requirement. It's beautiful, deep, sultry, and I think that it would be a one and done look. So I want to challenge myself to do that. That's it for the swatches. I hope you enjoyed these swatches from the Lancôme Blockbuster Set for 2022. Let me know what you think. I absolutely want to hear from you in the comments. And don't be shy about requests. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, as always, take care.